As the population expands, the amount of inventions has skyrocketed, and sometimes they just don't make sense as to why we need them. Join us as we have a look at some very bizarre devices, tools, and machines. The Doryu 216. The Doryu 216 is a 16mm still image camera that's made by the Doryu Camera Company, designed to look like a handgun. In fact, they were actually issued to police in Japan in the 1950s because you could insert magnesium bullets into the camera and it would make a loud bang and a flash, but no bullet would actually discharge. The robot lawnmower. Now, we all know because of Skynet that one day machines will rule the world, but for now, we'll just enjoy the conveniences they provide, like never having to mow your lawn again. Seriously, somebody made a robot lawnmower. The Automower 260 ACX from Husqvarna is basically a Roomba for your lawn. It's going to completely mow the lawn without any kind of supervision, and also has the ability to send you a text if it needs your help. There's no need to even plug it in because it automatically goes back to its recharging station. Beauty and the Geek jeans. Designed to be the ultimate utility wear for tech lovers, an inventor came up with a pants that has a full QWERTY keyboard that hooks to a Bluetooth and a mouse that fits in the back pocket. In fact, these pants even have speakers in the knee. Now for fashion and utility, the inventor has it down. It may just be a concept now, but in the future, it could be a real possibility. Brainwave Headphones. Neurosky has recently come out with the Brainwave Headphones that are Bluetooth compatible, including a medical-grade brainwave sensor. Now, how about that for bizarre? You can play games that challenge you to move objects with your mind just like a Jedi, and see brain visualizations which show you how you react to different sounds and rhythms. These headphones are a cheap $199 and a bizarre tool that you might be able to afford. The Power Pooper Scooper. Now, we know that you didn't want to know about the Power Pooper Scooper, but maybe you're just tired of bending over to pick up Rover's spots. Well, have no fear because the Power Pooper Scooper is here. It sucks the spot right into a biodegradable plastic bag without ever having to touch your machine or your hands. The Power Pooper Scooper is battery operated and will pick up more than 1,500 spots in between charges. It's actually bizarre, but it's actually also quite useful. The Sonic Grenade. Now, how about this for annoying your housemates? The Sonic Grenade doesn't explode, but rather it lets out a high-pitched beep and comes with 3 levels depending on how much of a wanker you want to be. Powered by just 3 AAA batteries and costing only $15, you can silence the awful noise by just replacing the pin or holding down the trigger alarm. Once you do that, your roommate is sure to stop beating you to death. The Spy Camera Pin. It's not just for James Bond anymore, it actually exists. The Spy Camera Pin is a real thing that's been available for under $30 for a while now and holds up to 2 GB of video. And that's great for all of those espionage moments that you have while you're working for the government. Control your PlayStation with massage. Now, if your wife or girlfriend ever bugs you about playing too many video games, she won't ever have to again when you give her the Massage Me. The Massage Me is a soft vest that responds to massage moves as video game commands. This is a win-win for all parties involved, but you can't buy this one off the shelves. No worries though, the creators will show you how to make your own. The Speedboard. Like a treadmill, the Speedboard is meant for running, but unlike the treadmill, it has no motor. It relies on gravity and a slight slope on each end to adjust your speed. The higher up on the slope you step, the faster you're going to go. But get this, there's also no handles. This contraption is probably going to be one that will cause those of us who are clumsy to lose a limb. But hey, if you're the adventurous Tarzan type, then go for it. The Body Blade. Did you know you can get fit just by shaking a stick? The Body Blade claims to be the all-in-one vibration workout and is actually turning into something of a craze. According to some fitness reviewers, you can actually feel the workout even though you look like a broken helicopter in the process. Electric shock underpants. Now, electric shock underpants exist, but not for the perverted reasons that you may think. These underpants actually give you a little shock about every 10 minutes, which stimulates the blood flow in order to prevent bed sores. Bedridden, elderly, and disabled everywhere can now rejoice because they can use this bizarre device to prevent pain. Don't get too excited, however. Electric shock underpants still cost a lot of money. The Chronovisor. The Chronovisor is a time machine with a twist because it allows people to see events from history on a screen rather than physically transporting you there. This device was supposedly developed in the Vatican in the 1950s and was reported to even show the future. Now, according to the team that works on it, which also features an Italian priest, the machine was successful, but was reportedly also dismantled by the priest out of fear that it would be used for evil. There are rumors that it still does exist deep within the vaults of the Vatican, so time travel could actually be real. The Icon. It's the world's first smart condom, a condom that syncs to an app to tell you your stats in bed. And why do we need this hilarious and yet bizarre invention? Well, obviously to inflate our self-esteem and our ego. I think I'm good for now. The Griffin Toaster. Obviously, you have to have a Griffin Toaster. It's a Bluetooth-enabled device that allows you to receive a notification on your phone or on your Griffin mirror in case you were trying to make toast while putting on your makeup. This toaster is only $100, which is, not a rip-off at all. The Quirky Egg Minder. Just what you've always wanted, an egg carton that lets you know when you're almost out of eggs. The Egg Minder has a tray that connects to your phone via Bluetooth and sends you notifications, letting you know that it's almost out. And when you pull the tray out of the fridge, it also kindly lets you know which eggs are about to expire by an LED light that's next to each egg. The Onvi Prophix. It's a camera, it's a toothbrush, it's an app. It's the Onvi Prophix, a smart toothbrush with a 10-megapixel camera at the head of the brush to allow you access to video and photos of you brushing your teeth. Flosstime. Now, if you're not into filming you brushing your own teeth, how about a bizarre device that attaches to your mirror and gives you exactly 18 inches of floss every time you touch it? That's right, it's Flosstime. You can even get cool covers for the front for your children. And yeah, we know they're really there for you. Now, you may not need exactly 18 inches of floss every time, but hey, it's under $30 on Amazon. The Chip Smart Cookie Oven. The Chip Smart Cookie Oven is basically a Keurig for cookies. All you do is buy a cookie pod, which is a pod of dough, put it into the machine, and then your smartphone lets you know when a batch is ready and orders more cookie pods for you. How cool is that? It's almost like this thing is called an oven that you put pre-made cookie dough in from the store. But hey, an easy bake oven for adults? We're not complaining too much about it. The Hapifork. The Hapifork is a fork that recognizes when you're eating too fast. It's a Bluetooth-enabled fork that connects to your phone via an app, and its purpose is to slow you down so that you have weight loss or better digestion. But it's also $65 and questionably bizarre and even a little bit scary. Goliath Tracked Mine. Now, just picture it, a miniature tank that's remote controlled. That's what the Germans were using in World War II, Goliath tracked mines. These were demolition vehicles that could carry up to over 200 pounds of explosives. And although their general purpose was to be a tank, to build and to bridge demolition, they were not really effective. The Goliath tracked mine had poor armor and wasn't very effective against any kind of attack, and they were also really costly to make and really slow, moving just 6 miles per hour. Bat bombs. Bat bombs were an experimental weapon that was designed to start mass fires in cities and towns. The bats would be attached to a small bomb and were then released over a town at dawn by a bomber. Since bats are nocturnal, they would find a place to roost. And this would be in the town's buildings and barns. Then when detonated, they would start massive fires. This is really kind of dark and morbid when you think about it, and it's definitely bizarre to use bats as weapons. The Landkreuzer P1000. The Landkreuzer P1000 ratty super tank would be a force that was not to be messed with. It was of German design and planned to be 1,000 metric tons. Now, for those of you who aren't good at math, that's equal to 2.2 million pounds. Millions, people. The Landkreuzer would have been the heaviest tank ever built, and there were plans to armor it with hardened steel that was 10 inches thick. It would have also featured artillery and have a tread width of 2 feet to offset its weight. Hitler was in love with the plan and set it in motion in 1942, but then it was quickly discontinued. Crack pipe vending machines. That's right, you heard me correctly. Crack pipe vending machines. Located on the east side downtown Vancouver, they're meant to be a public service because crack pipes can become damaged and cut users, leading to higher infection rates. So for just 25 cents, you can buy your own crack pipe from a vending machine. It makes us kind of concerned about how much this exposes them to children, but regardless, it sure is bizarre. The Hairy Live Crab Vending Machine. Located in a popular subway station, the crabs are actually alive. Don't ask us how, but the machine is really popular nonetheless. In fact, so popular that they apparently sell over 200 live crabs per day. The ACM R5. The ACM R5 tops our list because it's a bizarre robot that was created by Hibot, a Japanese company. The ACM R5 is a snake-like robot that can slither on the ground and make twists and turns in water. I think this one is equally bizarre and scary, and that's because we don't even know what it's used for. One would think that with constant access to the internet, we would be able to tell right from wrong and real from fake. But apparently, Google.com just evades some people. Join us as we have a look at internet hoaxes that fooled a lot of people. Charging an iPod with an onion and some Gatorade. Don't you just hate it when your iPod runs out of battery? Don't you wish you could charge it up using a method far more complex than, just plugging it into the wall? Yeah! Well, have we got news for you.